Let's move on to question 10. Okay, and as I mentioned earlier, it's really important that you be able to recognize the type of the topic in the exams. So you can see here there are two fractions, okay, and x fractions involving letters or variables. So that's got to do with algebra, and it's to do with algebraic fractions because you've got fraction in here as well. Okay, and there are two types of the questions in the exam, and so sometimes they only ask you to simplify, so like as a single fraction in the simplest form, so simplifying, and sometimes they ask you to solve as well, which they give you that equal to something and then you got to solve it. So it's only slightly harder and it's not massively harder. Okay, right, so to solve this kind of problem here, think about when you're adding or subtracting fractions. You want them to have the common denominator, and then you can just add or subtract the numerators. Okay, so this will be the same. So we will do cross multiplying to make them to have the same denominator or common denominator. Okay, so there's two fractions here. And remember what we're doing here is we're going to multiply that with 4x plus 3. And whatever you do with the top, you do exactly with the bottom. So that your fraction doesn't change in values, okay? And so this one here, you multiply 2x minus 1, and you got to do exactly the same. Now, when you do it this way, you can see in here your denominator now exactly the same. Okay. Yeah, it's like 2 times 3 and 3 times 2, they are exactly the same. Okay, now, so you have now common denominator the same. All you got to do next is just gonna do the top and put them in a single fraction. Okay, so we're gonna do 5x and 4x plus 3 minus 4x 2x minus 1 and put them in a single fraction. Now you can see that I actually didn't expand the bracket over there because with the denominator, when you expand the bracket, it doesn't really make any difference. It doesn't make your fraction simpler, or it doesn't make it neater, and you wouldn't gain any mark for doing that. But with the numerator, however, you will have to be able to expand and simplify. So we're going to do just expand the double the top over there. So 20x squared plus 15x minus x squared. Now a minus and a minus here, okay? I just want to show you, emphasize here. It is really important people lose mark here. So a minus and a minus make a plus, yeah? So that will be plus 4x, okay? And it will be exactly the same in the denominator. Okay, now when the top, to simplify nice and easy, 20x squared minus 8x squared, 12x squared plus 19x. Okay, and that will be over exactly the same denominator. Okay, and that's 4 marks here, so you get 1 mark of doing this. Or if you write it down like this, that's the same, that's 1 mark as well. But when you're expanding two of them, okay, that would be 2 marks there and 1 mark for simplifying.